so some of you have requested to see my face. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we will go into the more practices question for Modulus, where you are asked to sketch this particular graph. Y equals to modulus 2x minus 3 minus 4, okay, for the range of values minus 2, x between minus 2 and 3. Okay, now when you encounter such questions, when you see this form of graph, okay, a modulus, and then suddenly there is a minus something outside, okay, what you want to do is first deal with your modulus. Okay, what I mean by this is you first draw your modulus graph. Okay, so now you all know the steps to drawing the modulus graph. Okay, so I'm going to speed that up. Okay, so okay, just for the sake of those who are still trying to catch up the modulus, okay, for modulus graph, what you want, before you draw your modulus graph, first what you want to do is to draw your original graph. So let's draw y equals to 2x minus 3. Okay, now notice for the original graph, I don't include in the minus 4 because I will consider the minus 4 later. Okay, so let's just draw y equals to 2x minus 3 first. Okay, so we will find the usual points. Okay, when x equals to 0, y is equals to 2, 0, minus 3, which gives us minus 3. Okay, when y is equals to 0, okay, we have 2x minus 3 equals to 0. 2x equals to 3 and x is equals to 1.5. Okay, and then after that we have to consider the endpoints as well. So when x is minus 2, y is 2 minus 2 minus 3, which gives us minus 4 minus 3, which gives us minus 7. And lastly, okay, when x is 3, okay, we have y equals to 2, 3 minus 3, which gives us 3. Okay, so now that we have all these points out, what we want to do is to plot them. Okay, so let's plot them. Okay, okay, I have my x and y axis, and I know x lies between minus 2 and 3. So when x is 0, y is minus 3. Okay, so let's mark out minus 3. Okay, when y is 0, x is 1.5. So let's mark that out as well. Okay, so we have 1, 2, this is 1.5. Okay, when x is minus 2, okay, y is minus 7. Okay, so let's extend this out a bit. Okay, so minus 7 will be somewhere around here. Okay, make sure it connects all as one line. And when x is 3, okay, y is equivalent to 3. Okay, so let's mark that out as well. Okay, so what we want to do now is to connect all of them into a straight line, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I have my line y equals to 2x minus 3. Okay, so far so good, right? Quite easy. Okay, now what I want to do is now to draw mod 2x minus 3. Okay, so I will flip everything upwards. Okay, so what was my endpoint originally was minus 2 comma minus 7, right? So when I flip it upwards, it becomes minus 2 comma 7. Okay, so I'm going to mark that out. Okay, even my y coordinate, my y intercept that used to be negative now becomes positive. Okay, so everything below the x-axis I don't want. Okay, and I'll get this. Okay, so I have successfully drawn y equals to mod 2x minus 3. Okay, so like I said, first thing you want to draw your mod graph first. Then remember in the last lesson I talked about minus 4, right? Okay, what you want to do to this minus 4 is, because it's a minus 4, okay, you move 4 steps down. Okay, so how do you move 4 steps down? Okay, what you want to do is to actually consider all your critical points. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, these are your critical points, your endpoints, your y-intercept and your x-intercept. Okay, what you want to do is to move all these points 4 steps down for your y. Okay, we are not changing x here, we're changing the values of y. Okay, so let's move these 4 steps down. Okay, so we have 7, we move it 4 steps down. Okay, this becomes 3. 3, you move this 4 steps down, it becomes minus 1. Okay. Zero, you move this 4 steps down, it becomes minus 4. Okay. And this last point 3, you move it 4 steps down, it becomes minus 1. Okay. So what you want to do is to connect all these points as usual. Okay. So now you have y equals to mod 2x minus 3 minus 4. Okay, between minus 2 and 3. Okay, and so now they ask you to find the corresponding values of y. Now some of you ask, for mod graphs, will your minimum value of y always be 0? Not in this case, okay, because in this case, okay, right now for mod 2x minus 3 minus 4, okay, now we want to figure out what the minimum value is. Okay, so I'm going to erase this off. Okay, so let's try and find the corresponding range of values of y. Okay, so ask yourself, what is the minimum value of y for this graph mod 2x minus 3 minus 4? The minimum y value is actually minus 4. Okay, and what is your maximum value? Your maximum value is actually 3. Okay, so when y is, now we want to check, okay, we have to go through this checking process again to see whether minus 4 and 3 are included. Okay, so let's draw in your inequality signs first. Okay, now let's check. Okay, when y is minus 4, when y is minus 4, x is actually 1.5. Correct? When y is minus 4, x is 1.5. Now does 1.5 lie in this range? Yes, it does. So we include it in. Okay, now let's check for y equals to 3. Okay, when y is equals to 3, x is equals to minus 2. Now does minus 2 lie in this range? Yes, it does. Okay, so this is how you get your corresponding range of values of y. Okay, so this is the modulus practice, that extra worksheet that I gave you, okay, where we learn to sketch y equals to mod 2x minus 3 minus 4. Okay, so please try it on your own. Thank you.